put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, Boti camera swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The deep paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charged all the people $25 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The deep paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, father, put away that DDT now. Give me spotty old apples good. They made the birds and the bees. Oh, please. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The deep paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi coming took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The deep paradise, put up a parking lot. Bob Dylan wrote this verse. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow tractor came and pushed down my house and pushed around my lawn. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The deep paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam again, and a big yellow taxi coming took away my old man again. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. The deep paradise, put up a parking lot. Why you wanna go and do that? 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 It's really hard to concentrate. Would everybody either move in or move out? I'll give you a minute. Either move in or move out, okay? I'm always running behind the time, just like this train. Shaking hands up down with the brakes complaining. I used to count lovers like railroad cars. I counted them on my side. Lately I don't count on nothing, I just let things slide. The station master shuffling cards, boxcars are banging in the yard. Jealous lover will make you crazy if you can't find your goodness, 'cause you lost your heart. 'Cause you lost your heart.
Introducing to my band on drums, Klein. On bass, Klein. On trumpet, Boti. Leisz on town steel.
Once in a while, in a big blue moon, there comes a night like this. Like some surrealist invented this 4th of July night drive home. Full of girls and caterpillar tractors in the sand. Ukulele man, the fireworks this 4th of July night drive home. I love the man beside me. We love the open river. The forest of Friday, far from the overkill, far from the overload. Back in the barn, the man tears down, but out here in the like leaves. The silver power lines, they gleam on this 4th of July night ride home. We come around the curve in a big dark forest with tail lights on his eyes. He's keeping right alongside breakfast drive 4th of July night ride home. I love the man beside me. We love the open road. The forest of Friday, far from the overkill, far from the overload. Once in a while, in a big blue moon, there comes a night like this. Like some surrealist invented this 4th of July night ride home. On a night ride home. On a night ride home. Runway, as the wheels sit down, he takes his baggage from the killer's town. He takes a taxi to town. Yellow schools of taxi fishers, Joni and a ticking wheel, caught up at the lights in the fishnet windows of blue windows. Watching those high flashing girls, skinny black models with raving curls and beauty colored blondes with their hard eyes, looking for the chic and the fancy to buy. continental street. And people telling their stories down. Colored curves in the street. A helicopter lands on the Panama like a dragonfly on a tune. And Christmas band in button towns, pressing the conferences. Italian town, people and their nails, talking commodities and sales. While at home their people cries and their people tears. Paper the walls to keep their good reactions here. Yellow checkers for the kitchen, climbing ivy for the bed. She's lost in husband gardens. He's caught up in chief as dad. He drifts off into the memory of the way she looked in school, with her body wild and shaggy at the public swimming pool. Shining hair and shining skin, shining as she reeled him in to tell him like she did today, just what he could do with himself and her take-home pay.
In '76, I drove across country with a couple of fellas, and I ended up driving home alone because it was my car. And I had no driver's license, so I had to stick on the tail end of truckers, and they'd kind of blink their lights if there were cops ahead and drive mainly in the daylight. And I drove back leisurely, stopped in cheap motels with light housekeeping units and a place to run on the beach, did a lot of thinking and wrote a lot of songs. Somehow or other, when we came out on the road this time, it seemed like these road songs were the ones to take with us. This is a song called Amelia. I was driving across the burning desert when I spotted 6 jet planes leading 6 flight. There were trails across the bleak terrain, like the hexagram of the heavens, like the 6 strings of this guitar. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. The drone of flying engines is a song so wild and blue it scrambles time and seasons if it gets through to you. Then your life becomes a travelogue of picture postcard charms. Amelia was just a false alarm. People will tell you where they've gone, and they'll tell you where to go, but till you get there yourself, you never really know. And where some have found their paradise, others just come to harm. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. The ghost of aviation, she was swallowed by the sky or by the sea. Like me, she had a dream to fly. Like Icarus ascending on those beautiful foolish eyes. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. Maybe I've never really loved. I guess that is the truth. I've spent my whole life in clouds at lacy altitudes, and looking down on everything fires. Amelia, it was just a false alarm.
Will you travel the breadth of extremity?
so stick to some straight line. Look, there's a man and a woman sitting on a rock. They're either gonna fall or freeze. I think I hear Chris Boti blowing through the snowy trees. I'm Boris with travel fever, but I'm so glad to be on my own. Still the slightest touch of a stranger sets up a trembling in my bones. I know no one's gonna show me everything. We come and go on. You're so deep and so superficial. Between the forceps and the storm. Those tributes to finality, to eternity. Then I look at myself here, chicken scratching for a piece of immortality. In the church they light the candles, and the wax rolls down like tears. There's the hope and the hopelessness I witnessed all these years. We're only particles of change. I know we're just orbiting around the sun. It's hard to keep that point of view when you're bound to someone. White flags of winter chimneys waving truth against the moon in the mirrors of a modern bank. From the window of my hotel room, until love sucks me back that way. I apologize for my honky kind of tone tonight. Thank you. This is a song off of the new album. It's called Happiness is the Best Facelift. So numb on Christmas Day I couldn't feel my hands or feet. I shouldn't have come, she made me pay for gleaming with dawn down her street. She said she would blame on him and shame on me. She made it all seem so tawdry and cheap. Oh, let's be nice, mama. Open up your gift, you know. Happiness is the best. Facelift. I mean, after all, she introduced us. Oh, but she regrets that man. Shacked up downtown, making love without a license. Same old sacred cow. She said, did you come home to disgrace us? I said, why is this joy around? For God's sakes, a middle-aged mama, time moves swift and you know, happiness is the best. Facelift. Love takes so much shit. She said you've seen too many movies, Joni. She said, well, snap out of it. Oh, the cold winds blew at our room without you. Walk helpful and hopeful, I can't believe. We kiss the angels. Happiness is the best. We pushed the bed up to the window to see the Christmas lights. On the east bank, across the steaming river, between the ridges lit up Paris light. This river has run through both our lives, between these banks of our continuing delight. Bless us, don't let us lose the drift, you know. Happiness is the best. Facelift. That had the license plates Just Ice, and I've never seen the word broken down quite like that. Started asking everybody what justice was. That was around the time of the OJ trial too, and nobody knew. Nobody seems to know what justice is. This is a song called Sex Kills. It's just just turned 27. When they sent me to the sisters, for the women looked at me. Branded as a Jezebel, I knew I was not out for heaven. I'd be cast in shame into the Magdelene Laundries. Most girls come here pregnant, some by their own fathers. Bridget got that belly by her parish priest. We're trying to get things white as snow. All of us woe-begotten daughters in the steaming steams of the Magdelene Laundries. Prostitutes and destitutes and gentresses like me, fallen women sentenced to dreamless treachery. What do they call this heartless face, Our Lady of Charity? Charity. Just once, lipstick room they would know, and they dropped those stones concealed behind their rows of bees. They will the grass they walk upon, they reach the light out of a room. They'd like to drive us down the drain at the Magdelene Laundries. Today, she was a cheeky girl, a flirt. They just stuffed her in a hole. Surely to God, you'd think at least some bells should ring. One day I'm gonna lie here too, and then they'll plant me in the dirt. If some later ball that never blooms come any spring, no, not any spring. Oh. I come up
You can hide behind the door. can lose it again. Comes a toothache, see your days run away. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes the measles, you can quarantine a room. Comes a mouse, you can chase him with a broom. Comes love, nothing can be done. That's all right. If you've ever been in love, that is all right. Then you know just what I'm speaking of. Come comes depression. You can get another drink. Comes love. Nothing can be done. No. You've been very warm, and I apologize. I'm fluish. I'm like in a state of mild delirium, but we made it. Upon a child of God,
get back to the land and try and get my soul free. He said we're stardust. Oh, and we're golden. And we got to get ourselves back to the garden. I have come here to lose the smile, and I feel like I am a call, something turning round and round. Maybe it's just the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. I know we're stardust, and I think we're golden, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere you looked, while there was a song and a celebration. And I dreamed that night I saw the bombers of the riding shotgun in the sky, and they were turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, come from billion-year-old carbon. Oh, and we're rolling. We just got caught up in some devilish bargain. We gotta get ourselves somehow back to the garden. Remember, innocence is renewable with wonder and delight.